Hello, I'm your host, Sister Charity, and joining me is my co-host,
John Sales. How you guys doing?
All right, John, how are you doing today?
Man, blessed and highly favored. How about that?
All right, that'll work. You know, I'm always looking forward to this time where I get to share with you your perspective on a lot of different things. And there's a lot going on. And if we could just really remember to pray for those who are dealing with the destruction in Florida, in South Carolina, the wars that's going on in Ukraine, the wars that's about to go on, or the rumors of wars that's about to, what, don't that sound like the last days? Let me think.
Yes, I heard it back in the 70s and the 80s. It sounded just like that.
It did. But
just like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, we are living in the time of education. I mean, people have information, and that's the key. And so I want to talk about these threats. And I want to talk about your feelings. Now, we can't say the R word, but you know what the R word is, because I don't want them flagging us on YouTube. So,
R?
Yeah, the country that's, in war. So don't say it, the R word. And our listeners are smart enough to know, who it is.
You can't say put.
Just say P.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already said it, so it's all good.
I know.
I did what I had to do.
But it is what it is. But there's a lot of threats going on with, the nukes, First of all, we're going to talk about our beloved B, our beloved Biden. But before we do that, I don't have nothing against any of the presidents and all of that. So even though I may not agree with, everything that goes on, I still have to respect that he's a person. So we'll get to that later. But this whole pipeline, are you familiar with that? Whole bust, the pipeline busting, and R is blaming us and we are blaming R.
Oh, about the fuel getting spilled. I don't know if that was natural gas or whatever in the Caspian Sea.
Yeah. So just your opinion or your perspective, what are your thoughts? Do you feel, I think we could say Russia. I'm gonna just say it. But do you feel like they have more to lose or more to gain if you're familiar with all of that?
I wouldn't concern myself with it. What I would concern myself with is a shiny thing over here. Look over here. Look, while you looking over there, we're gonna do something over here. It's 50 card Monty is what it is. They got just a bunch of stuff to keep you looking in different places so you don't get mad about nothing.
Right. That's an excellent point, and that's an excellent way. Don't get too focused on one thing, because then you can't see what the real issue is. Because to be honest, that really don't have anything. Well, it does have something to do with us, because if somebody could just go and knock out the fuel, they can knock out the internet, they can knock out a lot of things. But you know what? I don't live for the internet. So I'm not going to be too bothered. I mean, if we lose contact with each other, that's why you got to talk to people.
I don't want the internet to go nowhere. I want to keep this show going.
Okay.
So, the internet.
Me too, but I'm just saying it's not as valuable as life. So
yeah, well, that's yet to be proven. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, because some people just kill themselves if they couldn't get on social media, huh?
Social media kill them too, right back.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff going on with these here things, and that's why we here, to give perspective on this stuff that's going on. So yeah, let's leave that internet part out, and hopefully they don't mess with that, because they need it too. But I'm telling you like this, the powers that be, what's a yacht if you got nuclear smoke around it? It's just a nuclear. Nobody want to do that. Nobody want to burn their own house down. They don't want to. He got, that man is a billionaire. He don't want nothing bad to happen. He just want to get his way, and it's
Absolutely.
just he a little baby trying to get his way.
Absolutely.
Sit down, little.
So for our listeners that may not know, I'm just going to give a little history real quick. So Russia has territory in Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And those territories have been recognized by Ukraine. But Ukraine apparently has been doing stuff to those territories. And nobody is going to talk about that mainstream, but this is what I believe is going on. So Putin invaded because he wants not only those territories that he already has, but he was like, shoot, I'll take the whole thing. And Ukraine's president, I ain't gonna even try to say his name, but he doesn't want to relinquish anything. Now, what he wants to do is have the backing of NATO. That's, our national, all of these different countries come together and they fight. Okay, they fight on your behalf.
Protection racket.
Huh?
It's a protection racket.
Right. And so Russia told Ukraine, do not, whatever you do, and I'm not playing, do not sign that application requesting to go into NATO, because Russia does not want NATO, all of the countries, especially the US, in his backyard, And so the other day, a couple of days ago, Ukraine went ahead and signed that application. Mm-hmm. And Russia, Putin got on and he was saying it ain't gonna be good. So, that's what's going on with that. I don't know any more than that. So
they call that saber rattling, and you can't tell another country what to do with their country. First of all, they can do whatever they want to. And the only reason they would need protection from him is because he's a big bully, and he's proven that. Now, don't get caught up in the fact that he's going over there trying to get Russia back, because that used to be a part of Russia.
Right.
It has minerals in it that's worth millions and gazillions of dollars. He wants the resources from that country. He could get about the people there. He just wants the money out of it. People go to war to conquer and divide, and and to get money is treasure. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that has nothing to do with if it's theirs, whose it is. All that stuff is he trying to get it before we buy it from him.
Hello.
He the one to sell it to us, and they don't want him in their business. And guess what? We don't need to be in their business either. Whatever they doing over there.
But see, the U.S. is trying to get as many countries to turn to democracies so that they can kind of control them indirectly. That's what it looked like to me. But, for somebody looking on the outside, and you may not really understand what the U.S. has to do with Ukraine, but the bottom line is, you can't believe everything you see and hear in mainstream media, because the narrative is already written to focus your attention in a certain path or a certain issue. And so you miss what's really going on.
Yeah, you'll be missing the fact that the fruits and vegetables don't taste like nothing.
Hello.
And they have no value other than to get your belly on swole, or get your what's that when you take ibuprofen to
inflammation.
Inflammation is killing us, and everything we digesting and all this stuff. So I'd rather focus on that, trying to eat right, trying to get my health right, than to worry about what them cats is doing over there, because worrying, first of all, is unhealthy.
Right.
So
and a lot of people are worrying. And my thing is, you don't have to worry. Mm-mm. But what you may want to do is seek the Creator. Make sure that your connection with him is good and you're hearing from him, because he will not allow you to be ignorant And there's a great deception going on in the world. And there's so much going on behind the scenes. I worked in government. I worked with people who, you know, I had information, intel, and the stuff that goes on behind closed doors, you know, I didn't work in the White House or anything like that, but I'm just saying.
I know what you're talking about. You've
Yeah.
been around elected officials showing their real self.
Absolutely.
And read, and nobody does anything for sake of others. They do it because they got to pay their light bill, or they want that new Benz or the new BMW.
Right.
So yeah, they want their envelope. They're not doing nothing for community and all that type of stuff. They start out that way, but when they get in there and they get something on them, they just like everybody else.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what do you think about this whole cashless society? Apparently, Starbucks is going to be going cashless at some of the Starbucks. I think it's national, but you know,
robberies, but then they'll have to deal with cyber pirates. One way or another, you know, you're gonna pay that tax. You know, you're gonna pay that tax. But yeah, I don't care if you don't have cash, because I believe you should, you know, you should save your cash and use your credit.
No, what I'm talking about right now, it appears that the United States is trying to somewhat copy China, because you know they're on that card and they have a social score. And I don't know if you're aware, but if a person don't pay their bills on time, or if they say the wrong thing due to their, or if they don't seem to be a model citizen due to the facial recognition software, then they can shut down their account. So this wasn't a thing 10 years ago and 20 years ago, and wasn't even a thing 5 years ago. So they're figuring out a way to have the control over your finances through digital, so they can find out what you're spending, what you're buying, and freeze it if they want to. So all of these people that's getting all of this money under the table, and all these people that's getting on, you know, getting paid on Cash App and all of that, the government is trying to get rid of the cash and just go with the whole digital system. And then what?
Yeah, it'll be class. You'll be judged by class, and not just class and color, but class. If you're gonna have no money, you know what class you're gonna be in. You know, that's why if you don't pay attention in class, you usually won't have none. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be a class warfare type of thing. But I'm gonna tell you something that's already happening.
Right.
Everything, just your phone tells a lot of everything. So
absolutely, and all the algorithms
tell on you, and they already know, because they've been allowed to go in your bank account, see where you spend money at, your bank telling your information. Everybody's allowed to tell your information when you sign the agreement. The agreement, nobody reads it. I know I didn't. I just need to put my money here. Give me the thing. No,
and have you heard about the individuals that can't get their money out the banks? Because I knew for a long time, for every $10 that that you put in the bank can loan I think $1,000 or $100 or something like that for every $10. And now they took the cap off, so they can actually loan as much as they want, regardless of what you put in, and that money is just being printed over and over. But it's losing its value is the point. And so all these people that got all of this cash, I don't know. I'm sure they're gonna have to transition it into the digital, but I'm not really sure.
Always underground market for everything. So you have people in the underground trading goods and services for that useless cash. It'll have some worth.
Yeah.
It's about to go, you know, about to be that society on Logan's Run. I don't know if any viewers old enough to remember Logan's Run, where
I never understood.
He had a thing in his hand, and they created a community of people and they only could live to 30 years or something. They only get 30 years, so you can control the population. It was population control. So they made up this story of where you would go when you leave, you know, go to the farm, wherever, and live, you know, somewhere away from them. And you would be happier away from them because where you going is going to be brighter and nicer.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what Hogan's Heroes. I never really understood that show. So I really didn't like those kind of shows anyway. But thanks for adding some clarity with that. And so, you know what? I was wondering, how is it? I mean, if people believe the Bible, which I do, but how is it that if you don't get the mark of the beast and or the you know, the mark of, you know, if you don't do that, huh?
That's Candyman stuff. That's like going in the bathroom saying Candyman 3 times.
Oh, you think so?
Come on, man. Yeah.
You think that's Candyman stuff? Let me tell you something. They already got stuff that they can read the palm of your hand where you can pay. Well, and they got
eyeball recognition on your phone already. Yeah, technology is coming.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's just, to me, that's the forecast of what's to come, because if they can control your money, if you don't bow down to the Antichrist, which I don't believe is Candyman. I believe that there's several, but the one in particular that you're gonna get the mark, and if you get the mark, you get to go, you know, with him where he go, and if you don't get the mark, you get to go with the Lord. And so there's a lot to that, because I think artificial intelligence and all of this technology is in trying to merge our brain with tech, some type of robot, and all of this stuff that's going on. I don't know if you think that's Candyman.
I'm sorry, sis, but it wouldn't be your brain. It would be like scientists and stuff like that. It wouldn't necessarily be us, but there's nothing you can really do to stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's already in progress. So with that being said, you just have to step your game up, because they're finding new ways to control a population of this size. We've got to keep coming up with new ways to trick them into not coming to get you and take your head off. So yeah, we'll be getting lots of technical and static, you know, so we can't think straight. But I would just say, enjoy the kids, enjoy your family, do what you can, help your neighbor, and it'll be all right.
All right. And that's key. Hey, do what you can do while you can do it, because that's key, because there may come a day where you can't do it. Right. And I say people prepare for everything but death. And that's the only thing that's guaranteed. You know,
Poor people make lemonade for a long time. Make some of the best lemonade you ever want to have. Trust me.
I know that's right.
Well, I don't do it. God makes no way out of you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it alone.
He makes a way out of no way.
Hey, there you go.
Or what appears to be no way.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's lemonade. You get lemons, you get some sugar, find something to sweeten it up, or do something to make it good. Put some salt on it if you ain't got no sugar. Right. You can still get lemons.
Right. You can still work with it. And that's what people better be trying to figure out while they got time. So I want to wrap up, but I want to talk real quick about what in the world is going on with the president of the U.S. Do you notice something different, or is it just like 10% of the population really see, or maybe more than that? But some people act like they don't see it.
I say he don't get enough credit for the stuff he do. He's done a lot of stuff, but if people only look at people's bad stuff, like he's sleepy. Man, I'm sleepy. I got 57. This dude he's been around a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for the man. You know, he can't remember all his kids' names, let alone remember countries and all that type of stuff. He got a lot on his plate. And I'm just gonna say, pray for him. That's it. Country. When Donald Trump used to be on his, I used to just pray, hey, don't get us killed. You know what I'm saying? Help the president by praying for the president. Pray that he don't fall down the flight of stairs, you know, getting sleepy. I think he's real sleepy. I think that nickname Sleepy Joe is a match. But
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at our president. I'm just laughing at you.
the man knows his stuff. Yeah, because I got to make fun of it because he's sleepy for real. I didn't see him sleepy. I know what sleepy feel like. I'm a truck driver. Yeah, it looks just like what he doing. He's sleeping in a mug. For real.
Oh my goodness. And I was just thinking about all the countries he got to go to. I was really thinking about that. You can't sleep when you doing all that traveling.
15 minutes, 10 minutes. I've done it sitting up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What you say? Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially if I'm talking, I get real sleepy. Real.
When who is talking?
Woman I'm interested in until they start talking. Then I get sleepy.
That's ignorant.
Really?
But that's your perspective. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
For a whole nother reason. That dude is old, man. And I don't know if he should run again, but if it's him or the other dude, I'm gonna go with the sleepy dude and hope he don't fall asleep and hit the button. You know what I'm saying? The other dude, he trying to sell the information. He don't even want to hit the button. He wants somebody else to have it. You know what I'm saying? Can't trust that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He all about that dollar bill. Wow. Joe just sleep. He ain't trying to steal that.
Yeah, but
he tired.
Yeah, let's just pray because it seems like he has
dementia.
Well, I didn't say that. But it seems like something is going on. So we just have to keep him lifted up and keep Vice President Harris lifted up too.
Who?
Vice President.
Yeah. You act like we know her. I ain't seen her around. She's in other countries and stuff hiding. You know what I'm saying? Hiding in plain sight.
It's sad. It's sad. So we got to pray for our country. We got to pray for our economy and for all the people that's hurting due to all of the devastation and everything that's going on with the rent going up and gas going up and the food not being real. We definitely got to pray.
In Jesus' name, help us.
Amen.
Help us.
So we're going to wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel. Comment, hit the like button so you'll receive the notifications when we upload our, do the thumbs up. And if you have something that you would like for us to give our perspective on, please write it in the comments and we'll do our best to get your issue on our show. So until next time, John, you have anything you want to say?
I'm going to say, may God bless you and yours the way he's blessed me and mine.
Amen.
Whoever ears that reaches, I'm talking about you.
Okay.
Get what you need.
Okay. I feel that 100%. So I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay.
And I look forward to seeing you next week, seeing all of you next week as we have another episode of Our Perspective. God bless.
Love you, sis. Have a good one.
Love you too.